What's going on this morning, family? Black Phoenix checking in with you. I am outside of the gas station, just gassed up, about to get things together and go back to my daughter's house and go back to Oklahoma City. But I've been down here a few days visiting my grandbabies, visiting my daughter, my son, see my dad. Been just thinking about how I have outgrew the situation I'm in. Like, you know how you grow up and you leave a certain place and you outgrow a certain mentality of thinking of people. You know how, you used to think on a particular train of thought, and then after leaving for a while and reading and learning and experiencing people and going through the motions of life, you realize that you have outgrew where you're from. Because normal where you're from, they tend to think the same because this is what it is, Until a movement comes, 9 times out of 10, majority of the people just kind of go, go about their own way, doing their thing. And I don't knock nobody for what they do. It just shows me that I have outgrew where I'm from, like the mentality and how you think and how you operate. So being down here these few days, it just showed me that like I have nothing here besides my family, besides, the seeds that I have created, but as far as like my future and what I'm trying to do and the things I'm trying to do, like there's no reason for me to come back and visit a lot of times in an area where I have completely outgrew. I would rather establish something new and come back here and there just to see certain things. But as far as coming back to show off and do all of that, man, I'm not with all that. Like I had a guy do something the other day, and I'm gonna share it with you because the mentality kind of just messed me up. But I was thinking to myself, like, why would he do something like that? And it wasn't just extremely terrible what he did, but I got to share you what he did. I haven't seen him in a while. So, I was speaking to my guy, like, what's up, my dude? We chopping it up for a quick second, just, happy to see my guy. I ain't seen him in a few years, I've been gone. So I'm like, hey man, good to see you maintaining this and this. Well, he got ready to walk off. And you know how a person would intentionally do certain things to just let you know that, hey, I'm doing pretty good. I'm on right now. The man turned around, I guess, and put his money in his pocket where it was kind of bulging out, like kind of have you don't fold your money up, but you just kind of lay it long bills and you just gotta stick it out your pocket. You know what you see in these rapper videos, they walk around like I got too much money in my pocket, so that's pretty much what he did. He had like his pocket, right? I don't know what he had. I didn't even like I could tell what he was doing, so I just glanced and I was like, really? And so after he left, I thought to myself, I'm like, why would he put his money in the side of his pocket like that to let me know? Like he know that I'm a eater, I'm a grind, I'm gonna go get it, but I don't show off like that. You know what I mean? And then I thought about it, I was like, damn, did I ever show off like that? I never did it like that. Like I show off, with rides and the way I like to dress and look good, but I just want to stunt, let you see what I'm doing. I'm like, man, I'm not on that mentality. You know what I mean? Like it just blew me out the water that he would do that. And then I was thinking to myself, like, dude, you comfortable with me, but you got people out here hungry and starving. The right person would have robbed your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like it's hunger where I'm from. You know what I mean? I'm in areas of the city where people don't play that type of stuff. And then I have to think about where I'm from. They so relaxed and laid back. This Arkansas. You know what I mean? It is a natural state, man. It's a beautiful state. I can't lie to you. Arkansas is a beautiful state to visit, especially with its natural springs and waters and lakes and mountains. They got a lot. It's a lot of cool stuff in Arkansas. Now, it's a lot of unease feelings too here in Arkansas. Arkansas is a red state. So just so you know, um, but just seeing that and witness him doing that just made me think like, man, was I that messed up? You know what I mean? Like growing up, getting in the hood and you get a little something, you just want to show everybody. You know what I mean? I don't know, looking for that type of attention. But it just let me know how I really outgrew. I stopped through, holler at some homies, and majority of the time I just been chilling with my daughter, chilling with my grandbabies, man, just chilling. And like I haven't been getting out doing that because to me it's nothing. You know what I mean? It's like you have done it all. You know what I mean? You have ran the streets, you have messed with the women, you have did everything that you see what others doing. You're like, man, that's old to me. Like I was doing that 10 years ago. You know what I mean? So I'm on now. I'm just on really just with building my independence and getting the business off the ground and being able to have the finances where I can come do this, visit, pop up with my grandbabies and buy things for them and do things for them. I mean, to me, that's living to me. The rest of this stuff, man, hey, man, it's here today and gone tomorrow. But as long as we're here, there is a few facts that remain. Everybody's working, so we got to have a cash flow. So we know we got to have some independence or a job or business. So I would rather have the business. And I know we're going to have things we got to take care of. So those are facts, man. So as long as I know that's facts and I know we got certain things we're going to have to take care of in life regardless, that's what I'm focusing on. The rest of it don't mean anything no more, man, because, you know, I heard it's an old scripture that says, life is vanity and vexation of spirit. So I can get how you go through certain motions, and once you wake up and you really get to seeing what's going on with life, you're like, dang, this stuff is vain. Like what certain people do, people want certain attention. What's going on, brother? Hog on, 100%. Certain people want certain attention, man, and then you realize, like, man, I have outgrew this situation. Like I'm not there no more. And I think when those things happen to you in your life personally, that's when you're gonna be like, well, you know what, man, I'm not the person I used to be. I'm not on that train of thought no more. I'm not about that. Like I really want to prosper. I really want to see you win. I'm not hating on you. I want to see you win. You know what I mean? But I think we have to just go through the motions and actually just face it. And once you see it, it's just gonna be evident to you, man. It's gonna be evident, like, man, I've really outgrew the situation. Like I really outgrew it. You know what I mean? Like I don't have no passion to do nothing. You know what I mean? Like to do nothing retarded. What I thought was fun at one time is not fun anymore. Like that shit don't even matter like it did at one time. Now all I think about is how I can get my independence off the ground and get everything going and line myself out so that way I can make my next move be my best move. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what it's all about to me. The rest of it doesn't matter, man. Everybody out here doing their own thing, um, trying to make a living, deceiving others, taking advantage of who they can take advantage of, and there's no rules to this, man. So if you don't know, they're gonna step on you. It's just what it is. I mean, you can get your feelings hurt, you can say this and this, but we're gonna have to do some homework for ourselves. We're gonna have to change for ourselves. We want to see better because if not, things are gonna be the same. Everybody just going through the same motions, just trying to survive and mimic what they see someone else do, you know. And then it's almost like a lot of people I've talked to here, it's like a lot of people don't have original thoughts. I don't know, man. Maybe that's just something that I'm seeing now. Like it's like everybody is trained and manipulated off someone else's system, someone else's thought pattern. Like, is those your thoughts or did someone else plant them there so that way you can think there? Did you do any homework behind that before you just let that come out your mouth and say, yeah, I stand on this? I'm like, really? Okay. I don't know, man. I'm just up this morning, man, just thinking about life, man, just thinking about how I outgrew things, man. And I know in your life you're gonna face it too, man. When you go to different places and you do different things, you're just gonna realize how, you know, your train of thought and what you're trying to do and what you're doing isn't on the same level no more. Like you can't play with the same cards no more. But you don't know until you dip and dabble. You know what I mean? So things ain't the same, man. Everything changed and evolved. Don't nothing stay the same. So if you're trying to stay the same world that's evolving constantly, man, you're gonna be behind. You're gonna stay behind. So just wanted to say something to you this morning, man, that there's evidence in your change. And once you get around other people and you go back to where you're from and you move around, it ain't that you better than nobody because you're from that same spot. You're from that area. You know what I'm saying? That area. You know what I mean? It just your mind and your spirit has been enhanced. Like you have got a chance to see and experience things that they complain for here that you're like, no, don't complain about that because I've been here. Like we can make it out of this. You see what I'm saying? It's just not vain. You know what I'm saying? But life is what it is, man. We can't change anything. I just wanted to come to you personally this morning, just say, man, the evidence, the evidence is inside of the growth, and you'll know it once you get around it. Once you start getting out here networking and going back, because to me, going back, I allow you to reflect on where you came from, where you been, how you started, and I showed my son the yesterday. We drove by my first business in Fayetteville, And I think that building is, ain't nobody written it right now, but it just made me think of, man, this is how I started. I rented this building in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and I started a multi-purpose little shop, and then I started learning so much from them. But I evolved, like I never stayed still. And I think that if we're gonna get to where we want to get to, we're gonna have to constantly evolve, never stay still, know who we are, and be willing to make those necessary adjustments and sacrifices, to get ourselves over the hump. But for those on the ground this morning going to work or already at work, man, just be blessed, be safe, enjoy your day, drink a lot. I know it's warm out in certain areas, so y'all be safe out there, man. God bless.